The woman awoke with a start to find herself lying on a steep curved surface. Fear makes her instinctively shrink back, but her body slides downward. Luckily, she managed to brace herself against the wall in time to avoid falling into the abyss. Then she pressed her body against the curved surface, and little by little she moved upwards, and finally stabilized herself. Only then did she see what she was facing. All around her was a bare concrete wall. Underneath was an abyss with no bottom. If she fell, she would be crushed to pieces. Not only were her hands bloody, but her calves were folded up and stuck to the surface. The woman was panting heavily, and her face showed a grim expression of agony. She didn't know how she got here. She only vaguely saw the tsunami in her dream. She was probably washed here by the waves, but the next second, a horrible scream came from the bottom, scaring the woman to her core. She looked at the bottom in horror. As a result, the scream started again. The woman was so desperate that she lay there, not daring to move. Calm down. She looked up and found that the pit was only 2 meters high. As long as she could stand up, she could climb out. So she slowly adjusted her breathing so that she could calm down quickly. Then she raised her right leg for support. After stabilizing herself, she slowly reached out to the right wall with her left hand, trying to flip her body over by using her arms and legs at the same time. What she didn't expect was that the moment she exerted her force, her whole body quickly slid downward. Luckily, the woman grabbed the surface in time, or else she would have fallen into the pit. It seems that this method is not feasible. She can only think of another method. The woman looked at the sky and realized that there were already dark clouds. If she didn't escape before it rained, she would die for sure. The woman is swept by the waves onto a steep, curved surface. Smooth walls all around her. Below her is a pit so deep that she can't see the bottom, and every now and then, the wails of unknown creatures. She tries to roll over, but almost falls. Her palms rubbed against the walls to keep her from falling. To add to her despair, the sky was already dark and it was about to rain. Instead of breaking the woman's heart, the harsh environment inspired her to survive. She took a deep breath and quickly adjusted her state. Although her palm was already bloody, she didn't care about the pain. With her eyes closed, she put her bloody hand on her clothes and wiped it back and forth, with a pained expression on her face. In no time the blood stains were wiped clean. The woman didn't forget to blow on it to ease the pain. But it didn't seem to help. She was still grimacing in pain. Next came the other hand. She did the same thing with the blood stains, and then placed her palm on the wall. With both hands ready, she slowly lifted her right leg to support the surface, and then her entire body at once. She finally moved up a little, but it was harder than climbing over a mountain, and the woman breathed a sigh of relief. But if she wanted to escape, she still had to keep trying. Then she repeats the same operation as before, wiping the blood stains and blowing air into her hands. This time she moves a longer distance, one step closer to survival. But then she realized that 2 bloody handprints had appeared on the opposite wall, identical to the ones beside her. The woman didn't have time to think. She just wanted to get out of here before it rained. She continued to move her body upwards, but this time she slept. Luckily, she only fell a little bit, but it was not a big deal. The woman appeared out of nowhere on a curved surface. Under her feet is a huge pit with no bottom. She pressed her body against the wall to prevent herself from falling to her death. Even more terrifying, 2 bloody handprints appeared on the opposite wall, exactly the same as the one beside her. The woman was so scared that she hurriedly moved her body upwards. The blood on the other side of the wall followed the woman's side. As she moved a little, the bloody handprints on the opposite side of the wall increased. As she moved up, the opposite wall was covered with blood stains. This seemed to be telling the woman, "Don't waste your efforts. This abyss is her final destiny." To add to her despair, a drop of water fell on the woman's hand. It's raining. The steep surface is already easy to slide down. Now with the rain, it's even easier to fall. She was so close to success, but God didn't want to help. The rain mercilessly beat down on her weak body, plunging the woman into despair. The rain mixed with the blood slowly flowed downward, and her body slid down with it. The pain of her palms rubbing against the wall caused her to break down and cry out. She quickly calmed down and pulled out a necklace from her clothes, wrapping it around her hand to increase the friction. Then she pulled off the necklace with all her might and used her last strength to hold onto the wall to prevent her body from sliding down. She thought she could hold on until the rain stopped, but the rain got heavier and heavier. All her previous efforts would be in vain. Soon the woman disappeared from the surface. The blood stains on both sides were washed away, leaving the wall bare, waiting for the next lucky winner. What would you do if you were on such a curved surface?